and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to the channel, guys. Coming up today, yes, we are going to be looking back at yesterday's victory against Athletic Club when Lionel Messi hit back in the only way that he knows how, and Antoine Griezmann grabbed an important winning goal. We're going to be looking at the best performers from last night. Let's get to it. But I want to start first of all with somebody who I didn't mention too much there in the match review on the channel. I want to talk a little bit about Frenkie de Jong, because of course going into the game we all spoke about the fact that he's been brilliant this season, his forward runs, and of course his goals. And I want to mention that yesterday he did play in a bit of a deeper role. We didn't have, of course, any Sergio Busquets. He was suspended from the game yesterday. Pjanic played alongside Frenkie, and it was interesting to see Frenkie playing that bit deeper. I don't think he made as many runs there into the box as we usually saw from him, which was a shame, but he was still able to be so destructive. And that was a real positive for me, because we spoke about the fact that maybe in time he would go there and replace Busquets in that deeper role. But yesterday he showed that he can play that bit deeper, but he can still make real inroads into that final third. He made some absolutely fantastic runs, brilliant dribbles. He is unstoppable when he gets going, and it was good signs again. And such a good player. That is Frenkie de Jong. And of course, I also want to talk about the two centre-backs, and in particular there, the partnership that is brewing between Samuel Umtiti and Ronald Araujo, because for several weeks now, we've all been saying we want to see more of that. We want to see Araujo there lining up alongside Umtiti. And I think there, the defensive display that we've seen from both players last night as individuals and as a partnership is just further evidence that we should be seeing more of this. And when they're both fit and available, that's our best pairing. That is our best duo there. At the heart of our defence, they're quick, they're strong, they're aggressive as well in the way they go about the game. And just look at it as centre-backs, they tick every box. And I think that's really, really important going forward. And of course, you're looking at it right now, it depends on the fitness and the physical state of Samuel Umtiti. I don't think we're going to be able to see him play every 3 days. We're not going to overexert him right now. But I think when he can play like he did last night, when he does look as though he's feeling good and he's feeling fit, like I say, he really dealt well with such a pacey customer that is Iñaki Williams, and that is a really, really positive sign for us, especially when you consider how many problems the likes of Iñaki and also Raul Garcia caused us in the Supercopa just 2 weeks ago. And let's not forget either, this is a partnership here between two players in Umtiti and Araujo who still have very, very few minutes actually playing together. So you would hope that in time, if they can continue there to get minutes in that defence, they should only get stronger. And I also want to talk here about the simple subject of hard work, because at the very top level, at the very biggest clubs, in the best competitions, it's simply not enough to just have talent. It's simply not enough there to just stroll out on the field and think you've got enough there to make it happen. You've got to work hard. You have to really put the effort in, not only to make it at the elite level, but the most important thing, to stay there and maintain your place. And that's why yesterday, again, there were several players that really impressed me in terms of their work, because it's not only important there to show your quality on the ball, but it's so important as well with the work that you do off it. And I want to talk here about Pedri, because he set yesterday a La Liga record, and he set so many of those already this season, but yesterday he became the youngest player to make 12 plus recoveries in a single La Liga game, basically since Opta began recording stats back in the 07-08 season. And Pedri there, 12 plus recoveries, that's a huge number, and that's why Ronald Koeman, he counts on him so heavily, because even when Pedri is not making the difference in the final third, he has done so often this season, but even when he's not, he's still working hard elsewhere. You can still guarantee that he's going to be putting the effort in, that he's going to be covering the ground, and that is so important. And it wasn't just Pedri either. For me, you've also got to look there at Ousmane Dembele on the right-hand side, because I think that was an area, certainly for Athletic, that they tried to target. They had Yuri down there, they had Muniain, two very good players, and they did make it difficult there, especially when you consider that Mingueza, he's not a natural right back. But I thought Dembele did his absolute best there to get back in, to keep covering, to keep making sure that he got back in position. And even Griezmann, after the game yesterday, he actually said Dembele is doing so much more work these days outside of the field, and that's so important. And it's just great for me to see not only Dembele working hard, but ultimately for me, Dembele playing so many games, seeing him out there in the team, week in, week out. It's what we've waited for. But of course, guys, I do have to come on to the impact and the statement made by that man, the main man, the brilliant man, it's Lionel Messi. Because we all heard the reports about Messi's leaked contract the night before the game. The timing of that was absolutely scandalous. And indeed, the leaking itself, it is something there that simply has to be investigated. And it's no surprise whatsoever to me that Messi is going to be taking legal action against the paper in question. I'm not even going to mention the paper, and I'm not even going to show you the paper, because quite frankly, they do not deserve to be given any publicity. But I actually want to show you here a brilliant response, and I love seeing this morning. It's a photo here from the paper Olé, and it's in exactly the same style there. The cover is in the same style as the paper in question who leaked Messi's contract, but instead it says 650 goals, 260 assists, 755 games. That's Messi's stats, and they say there, did you want Messi's figures? Here! You have them. And I thought that was basically exactly what happened in last night's game when you look at Messi, because it would have been very, very easy yesterday, just before the game, to have your contract leaked like that. We could have seen a frustrated Messi, a distracted Messi, a disappointed Messi. I think if he would have been any of those things, you could have completely understood it. But you know what? He wasn't. He was the complete opposite on the night, and it tells you everything you need to know about not only Messi the person, but Messi the player. He came out focused, determined, full of energy, and even aside there from what was a stunning free kick, it was the celebrations for me that really got me excited again about this Barca team. Because I think there you look in particular at the reaction of the whole team. When Messi scored that first goal, when Griezmann scored the second, there was real unity there. You look in particular there at Griezmann's winner. He actually went over. He made a real effort there to go over to the subs who were warming up, and the whole team, it celebrated together. And I think about in the past when we've seen their players go over to the touchline, the whole squad celebrating together, enjoying the moment where they all seem to see each other as equals. Those are very, very iconic moments, I feel, when goals are celebrated in that way. And it's just interesting because sometimes it can take something from the outside, whether it be, in this case, a newspaper report like the one about Messi, maybe it's criticism from the outside, maybe it's people doubting you, but those things sometimes, if you can use it in the right way, they can bring you together. They can bring this team together to make them fight more, to make them want to prove people wrong. And I think what we saw yesterday, it was a tough game. It was a game there against a really informed team who got one over on us just 2 weeks ago. But we hit back. We got the 3 points. Everybody fought as one. And that's all we want. We want to see at Barca a team. And that is what we saw yesterday. And I really do believe, guys, that right now we can be positive. We're putting a bit of a run together in the league, also in the cup, of course. We are staying here on the right path, keeping that momentum going, and that's what we got to do. Because let's not forget as well, this is Champions League month. In just 2 weeks' time, just over 2 weeks, we're going to be facing Paris Saint-Germain. It is a massive, massive game for this club, and it's also pointing out that yesterday they lost to Lorient, who are actually towards the bottom of the Liga table. And that, for me, is very, very interesting indeed. We've got to keep focusing on what we're doing. We've got to make sure that we're at our best possible level ahead of that game. In the week to come, we've got Granada on Wednesday in the Copa del Rey, and we've also got Betis on Sunday away from home. Those are 2 difficult games, but games that we can go into with some real confidence right now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. What are you feeling here ahead of a brand new month and ahead of those vital fixtures to come? Who impressed you yesterday? And do you believe that Barca can stay on this path? I will see you soon, of course, coming up tomorrow. All of the build-up to that big Granada game. I'll see you soon. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.